So I have these banana peppers in my fridge for 3 weeks now. Yeah, just about 3 weeks. And I'm not going to be using all of this, in a short space of time. I mean, it's been there for 3 weeks and I can't see myself using all of these, let me say, over the next few days. So a great way to add more shelf life to this product and to avoid spoilage and wastage is to pickle it. Pickling is a great process that helps to preserve food. So today I will be pickling these peppers to add more shelf life to the product. So let me get into it one time. So just gonna cut this. I'm gonna cut into rings. And with pickling, you could follow a particular recipe, or you could experiment, in terms of with the spices that you use to pickle your veggies. And I guess you could pickle just about anything, Today we're doing peppers, but if you have like pimentos, if you have carrot, onion, ginger, all those different types of veggies that you might have in your fridge and you don't want to waste, pickling them is a real good way to add shelf life, to preserve them, and to get, a little more value, to stretch and avoid wastage. So just cutting these up into rings, as I said. We're keeping the seeds and everything there because we want the heat. You could use this after you pickle it, use it as a condiment for like fish, chicken. You could use it in sandwiches. There are real possibilities, endless possibilities in the way you could use your pickled veggies, or in this case, pickled peppers. So for the next part of the process, which is making the brine, I'm going to use 1 cup of vinegar, half a teaspoon of coriander, half a teaspoon of allspice, or pimento as they would call it in Jamaica. I'm going to put that on a medium heat, and once it comes to a simmer, the spices will be able to infuse their flavor into the vinegar. And at this point, you could also add salt and sugar if you wanted. I am not adding any to mine because I just want the flavor of the spices to go with the pepper. Okay, so now it's at a simmer. At this point, I just want to turn it off. And now let's move on to the next step, which is actually putting everything into a jar. And that's it, simple as that. All right, so for this step, you definitely want to make sure that you have a sterilized glass jar for this, because you don't want any bacteria to come and spoil the party. We're looking to preserve the peppers, so we don't want any bacteria getting in there to spoil the fun. Make sure it's clean. And now we're just gonna put the peppers in. And now we're gonna add the brine, and I mean this, you could smell the spices already infused with the vinegar. So I know this is gonna have real great flavor, and flavor up our peppers real nice. So in about a couple days time, these will be tasting real good. Making sure to add our spices in there first before I add the vinegar. And I mean, these are just the spices that I used, but feel free to experiment and go wild. Try other things. As I said, if you could use like salt, black pepper, sugar, you could use clove, bay leaf, mustard seeds, fenugreek. Even if you wanted to use jeera, like why not? So you could really experiment here and come up with your own blends. And now it's just to cover this. Give it a little shake. And boom. There's it right here. pickled peppers. I mean, you could eat this right away, but obviously you leave this overnight, you leave it for a couple of days and it will be better. So yeah, I ain't gonna rush it. I'm gonna let it sit in the fridge for a couple of days. And I mean, if you wanted to, you could leave this out on your countertop as well. It will last longer in the fridge, but you know, we just have, you know, in the Caribbean, a jar of pickled peppers, a pickle this, pickle that, sitting out on the counter for the longest while. And I mean, we just eat that and nothing does be wrong with it, right? So definitely, this is a great tip, a great hack. I mean, I call it a hack, but I mean, we're doing this long time, right? You know, a great way to add more shelf life to those veggies and things that you have in your crisper that, you know, you're running the risk of going bad. We know about the wastage. We want to get, you know, maximum value from the dollars that we're spending. So, you know, take a little time, a little vinegar, a little spices, you know, pickle up your thing, add it to a little fish, add it to your sandwiches or whatever the case may be, and you have a real nice condiment. Trust and believe, you know they're saying things. So, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and give it a share. If you do try it, let me see all the things you're pickling. Post it to Instagram, Twitter, whatever the case may be. Post your pickling pictures and let me see what you're doing. And yeah, I mean, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please take a moment to do so. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy pickling.